we had lots of experience in Edmond. The kids were in school, and we had lots of honors. The boys were in sports. The girls were queens, and we had two Miss EHS. That was a popular vote from the kids, and we lived in Cherry Hollow all these years. Let me take you back to the first day we moved in here, the first week. It was pretty primitive, and I can remember carrying the wastebasket out of the kitchen about the first week we lived out here, and looked down in the bottom of the wastebasket, and there was a great big snake coiled in the bottom of it. And we got him outside, and it was several days before I could turn around without a whole line of kids following me. It was pretty rugged. We were in the boonies. We're pretty well surrounded now, but we were in the country, and it got pretty rugged sometimes. But school was busy. Everybody finished high school. We have 7 college degrees. We have 3 preachers in the family. I think I counted 8 or 9 teachers. We have 3 doctors, and we've got some real computer whizzes in the family that keep us notified, on track. We've got all kinds of business executives. I think as a family we've done pretty well. We have some that haven't found their place yet, but we're pretty normal. We've had lots of weddings. We went camping lots of summers, and we had some good times.
How many great-grandchildren do you have?
I'm just getting to that count, Deborah. Right now, we have, for a long time, I've had 42 grandkids. At the last count this week, I have 92 greats. 92. And we have 3 expected. So, it's not going to be long until we hit 100 great-grandkids. And there's a lot of my grandkids that aren't even married. So, where we're going and where we'll end is something to think about.
Dad died in 1970.
Fred died in 1970, and oh yes, I've got my record here. Fred died in 1970. We had been married. Let's see, 34 years, and I have been widowed 37. Stayed on in the old house. We call it Cherry Hollow.
So how did you make it after Dad died? You had no income.
Well, I had a friend who took me to, John Kessler, took me to, where did he take me? To apply for government help because of Fred's war experience.
Veterans.
So three of you kids got help, And I didn't hand the check to you kids. You ate it. That's what I had to use. And I had the little garage apartment that I rented for $27.50 a month, and we paid for this place with that. We bought the old place in Cherry Hollow in 1950. I moved out here in August of 1950. We paid $26,000 for 3 dwellings and 3.5 acres of land. And I still live on it, and the value is way up. And I still rent the little cottage for a good sum. And Fred, my one son that isn't married, lives in the garage apartment, and he takes care of the old place. And
So Nanny and Pop were here after Dad died.
oh yeah, they were here until Dad felt like he was too old to do so much work and be around so many young people. Anyway, he bought a place in Edmond and moved into town. And I've lived out here 57 years. And
So when did Pop move to town?
I can't remember.
It was well after Dad died.
Yes. Hmm. And we sold Nanny's house in Edmond. She and Pop lived in Edmond for probably 10 years, and Pop died of cancer, and Nanny was needing help. So we sold her place and she moved out here, and I took care of Nanny till she died.
What kind of cancer did Pop have?
Pop had,
Thyroid?
yes, I can't remember the name of it, Ronnie. But he had cancer and died, and Mom just had a heart attack at 90. And I took care of Mom. Fred and I took care of Mom for about 3 years, and she was pretty. I cooked for her, and I went out and put her to bed every night at 10 o'clock. I'd go out and put her to bed, and she got to where, my family, we lived in at a time when there wasn't a lot of emotion shown in families. Everybody now hugs and kisses a lot, and we didn't grow up like that. But Nanny got to where when I'd put her to bed, she'd reach her old arms up and say, "I want a good night kiss." And so I took care of Mom. I cooked for her, I washed for her, I did everything for her. And one night, I didn't kiss her goodnight. And the next morning, I got reminded of it. And right now, my mom and dad, my mother had a 3rd grade education, and my dad went to school to his older sister when he was 17 or 18 years old. He went in the 5th grade and learned what he could learn. But right now, I have a little CD drawing me interest, and Pop left me that, and he put up the money in the bank to help us buy our first home. So my mom and dad were a great help, and it pleases me very much to realize or to remember that I held Mom's hand when she drew her last breath, and I whispered in her ear, "I'm here, Mom, I'm still here." And I listened to my old dad with his last breath sing, No, never alone. Old Pop would lay in the bed in the hospital and sing, "No, never alone." And I took care of my parents, and I'm living now with a whole house full of children that are taking care of me. So I have a lot to be thankful for. A lot. That's it. Friends have told me I should write a book, and I've decided if I ever get around to doing it, I will call it "My Life is Like a Big Bowl of Cherries."